Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Marivox, and in today's episode, we are going to be building our second expansion, or really it's our first expansion of our house, but is our second monetary goal from our Rags to Riches challenge. So in the last Rags to Riches episode, that would be episode 13, we made it to 10,000 simoleons and we were able to expand the house. So that is what we're doing in this episode. We are expanding, building the house. I did have an idea, like some plans that I wanted to do. This house is actually a Cape style, but it's more of a southern Cape style than the like a southeastern United States Cape style rather than the northeastern United States Cape style. There are subtle differences. What the northeast version has that the southern version doesn't have are those balconies. There's a lot of balconies on like the second floor. While the southern style doesn't have the balconies, it does have very large front and back porches, so it's got more roofing going on. And I wanted to have more of like a porch situation in a back deck rather than all these balconies. I may still add balconies, or I may just end up doing expanding the upper floor. If I expand the bottom floor, I may not end up doing any balconies at all. I don't know. We'll see. That's for the next expansion, which is occurring at 15,000 simoleons. That is our next monetary goal. So right now, I'm starting to do these. I can't remember what these are called. They're gables or something. I can't remember. Y'all tell me. I don't know all of my architectural terms, but I'm trying to get them situated. They do have to be too long, like 2 tiles long, so that the roof will work. And I had them on the front and the back because I want the back to be just as interesting as the front, because I wanted the back of my house to be interesting. And right now I'm expanding the bottom floor because I realized at the top floor there wasn't enough room to have a decent sized upper floor with a couple of bedrooms. I do end up with, I think, 2 bedrooms and a bathroom on the upper floor, plus like a bonus area. And right now I'm putting in the front porch. There will be a back porch the same exact size, so it spreads the whole width of the house. So if you look up Southern style capes, that's what they'll look like. They have a whole front porch that spans the entire front of the house. So the build is not the only thing I want to talk to you guys about today. Yesterday, this would be Friday, May 22nd. A huge amount of news dropped in the Sims community because all of the YouTube simmers that were EA Game Changers were allowed to release their footage that they were able to collect for their early access to the Eco Lifestyle expansion pack. And if you haven't seen any of these videos, they're they're amazing. I'm so excited for Eco Lifestyle. I can't even begin to, express my excitement. There were some things that I wanted to talk to you guys about concerning this new pack. Just some things that we're supposed to be seeing. And of course, the one of the big things that we saw in the trailer was ladders, which is really cool. But even cooler about ladders is at the top of the ladder. You can see this in build mode. At the top of the ladder, you can actually have your sim get off in 3 different directions. So it's not like they have to go on the side that the ladder is clipped to, which is great. I mean, that makes them so much easier to use. Also, they're going to be in an update. So it's not just that they're coming with the expansion pack. There's going to be a build update with the ladders in them with a base game option that comes out June 2nd. So if you don't think you want to have get the Eco Lifestyle expansion pack or don't have the money for it, you don't have to buy the pack to get the ladders, which is great. There's also something else coming to the build feature, the build menu, and that is the ability to alt place doors and windows. And if I had that ability for this episode, I would not have had so much trouble with the doors because the entryway is 3 wide, but the front porch would have looked weird having a 3 wide, like between those middle 2. If that had been 3 wide, it would have looked weird. So I couldn't do it symmetrically. So I was trying to figure out a 2 wide situation. And so I went back to the door that I originally had, but that is over 200 simoleons. That is a really expensive door. And there's a really cheap door that's 3 wide that would have worked with the entryway, but not with my pillars. So if I had the ability to do some alt placing, I could have probably figured out a way to fix the door situation. But that's neither here nor there. We are getting that in the update on June 2nd, alt placing doors and windows. So now they will also clip to the half grid. So inside the main grid, which is like the solid lines, there is a half grid that's dotted. So now windows and doors will place to those. Usually it's just the solid lines. You can't place them to the other lines at all. And when you get them near each other, you have this weird like wall overlap situation. Yeah, they fixed that. It's not going to be like that when we get the update, which is so exciting. It opens so many new possibilities for build mode. I just can't. There was something else that the Sim Gurus revealed in their stream. I think the stream was on Thursday. Um, and that is that firemen are coming back to the game. Guys, I have had, think about this. I can't remember. I think it was episode 9 of the Rags to Riches Let's Play. If there had been the option to call the fire department, I would have for that stupid fire on my lot. And I mean, just before I built this, I had to play in with my sim for a little bit so I could get to daylight, because when we ended episode 13, it was nighttime. She had just gone to the opera. So I had to get to daylight, so I had to play a little bit, and she was hungry, so I cooked her something, or I had her cook something, and she caught fire. Of course she caught fire. And again, if I'd had the ability to call the fire department, I would have, and it would have saved, I don't know, it would have saved things. There's one other, this one was a little bit questionable, but I watched a little Simsy stream yesterday, and she mentioned that repo men were coming back, which that, if that is true, according to her, this is what she said, and she watched the stream. She's been talking to, she's been talking with the Sims gurus and all that, so she probably knows better. Um, if this is true, this is going to make things way more interesting for Rags to Riches, because think about the bills we have to pay. I mean, this house is going to cost way more than for bills. Like her last bout of bills was like 89 simoleons. This is going to be well over 100 easily, so easily, because of just how much space it takes up, how much power it would take to use it. So with repo men being added back to the game, that makes paying the bills so much more of like a stress thing, so much more tension. Gives you more tension to the gameplay. So like imagine this. I've seen like James Turner do this. I've seen Lil Simsy, I think Claire Siobhan's done this with her Rags to Riches, where they got bills like, I'm just not going to pay them. I mean, it doesn't matter. They don't they don't have anything at the lot anyway. Well, now if you don't pay your bills, you may have a repo man come and repossess your stuff. So it adds like another element of just tension to the game. Like, oh God, I have to make sure I set aside this amount of simoleons so that I can pay my bills, so that the repo man doesn't take the stuff that I've worked really hard to get. So that would be really cool if it is true. Okay, so quick sidebar. This is the upstairs so far. So it is 2-bedroom, it is 1 bathroom upstairs. I am still like right here in the video, I'm still kind of putzing around with it, but the bathroom does get smaller, and you'll see the bathroom is that room right there in the middle at the back. But it does get smaller, and you'll see me mess around with it a little bit. And that front room that's really kind of tiny. Originally, I was thinking of that being the bathroom, and this room right here that I'm kind of focused on, that was going to be the bathroom. But I realized it was too small. I couldn't really fit anything in it. So I just decided to, take away those walls. And that room in the back I just made smaller is actually going to be the bathroom. So, but there is a guided build tour, and I'll explain more with how the layout ended up being that at the end, like how I came to that decision there. So back to Eco Lifestyle, because I'm so excited for this game. I cannot wait for it. And it's coming out a week from next Thursday. So we have basically barely under 2 weeks left to wait for it. So yay. And I'm going to be starting a Let's Play the following Friday. So the day after it comes out, I'll be putting out my Let's Play with the Eco Lifestyle. Okay, so all of us were kind of worried about this whole, how environment impacts in if it's just in Evergreen Harbor, and how that's going to play. First of all, it's not just in Evergreen Harbor. You can play like this in any of the other neighborhoods, except I think Strangerville, the World from Jungle Adventure, World from Outdoor Retreat, and I think Sulani, because they already have other things going on. Like Strangerville's got that weird alien situation and people are going crazy. And Sulani, you've already got an environmental situation. So any of the neighborhoods that don't already have that, they're going to have the ability to play with this eco lifestyle playing. So you can have a neutral kind of footprint. You can have a negative carbon footprint or a positive carbon footprint. So you can make Willow Creek super smoggy if you want it to be super smoggy, or you can make it like super green if you want it to be super green and see the aurora borealis. I think at this point, like when you open up the game, it's neutral, so you can make it better or worse depending on which way you want to go. So just the fact that they added the eco lifestyle situation to it, I I'm so excited. Anyway, so we're on a build tour. I'm gonna stop talking your ear off about eco lifestyle. I could talk your ear off like forever. So I went with kind of an open floor plan. You just saw the living room and sort of the office. This is like a galley kitchen with an eat-in area down there. Back porch here. You can see, you know, the garden. I've got some plants back here. I didn't really mess around with the landscaping too much just because I kind of ran out of money and I've been having issues with debug, so I don't want to use debug when I do landscaping now. Just because of that, every time I tried to use an object, if it was near a debug plant, it would be like it didn't exist. So yeah, that wasn't fun. So I have the master bedroom on the downstairs floor. There's also an ensuite bathroom attached to it, which I'm probably going to move these around in the next expansion. I might turn this area into like a living room or a living room situation. Not sure yet. We'll see. Sorry, I got tongue-tied. I've been talking so much, and yeah, I get tongue-tied easily, I guess. I really like these curtains. I thought they went well with the bed. I'm not so sure, but I think they do. They have a little bit of turquoise in them, but it adds an extra splash of color. So let's go upstairs and really look at this floor plan. I did make this house big enough for a family. So she can start looking for her spouse and, you know, get married, start a family. As you can see, this landing is kind of an extra living space. This was where I was going to put the bathroom, but now I think it's going to be more of like an office nook because it's just the right size for a desk and maybe a bookshelf. But yeah, so this could be a really nice skill building area. So this first door right here is actually going to be the bathroom. I think it's just the right size. It is unfinished. So these last rooms really are unfinished. There's no floors and there's no furniture in them just because she only has 62 simoleons right now. I wasn't going to waste money on furnishing rooms that she wasn't going to use. So once she gets to 15,000, I will probably start. That's when I'll expand the house. So this room that we were just in will get bigger. This room will get a smidge bigger. It's already a good size. So I don't know. So these rooms are going to get bigger, but I don't think I'm going to furnish them until I get to the 15,000. That might be part of that budget. Anyway, so that was the house. It's not, I mean, I think it's really cute. I really like it. And I think it'll be fun to play in. This is in the gallery. If you want to download it, you can get it from my gallery page, which is, of course, Marivox. So just search it up. You can also search up, I think Rags to Riches is tagged in it. So yeah, it's named Rags to Riches, I think stage 2. Not 100% sure, but if not, you can just search my name and it'll be there. As you can see, the front looks very similar to the back and the sides look pretty similar. It's a lot of symmetry. Yeah, I like symmetry. Those kinds of things make me happy and feel good. So anyway, it does the roof is not quite Southern Cape style. That's more of a Northern Cape style because with the Northern Cape style, you get those two different angles. With the Southern, it's more of a steep angle. But that's really hard to do in The Sims. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and please subscribe to my channel. And as always, thank you for watching.